Hello Grinders, this is Forges down here with another Halo Wars 3v3, and in this match I'll be playing against SG Mythic, zzz Knight, and Half-Eaten Carrot, also known as Swallowed Gum. And my teammates will be Swadmerk and Mike Beaston. Will be playing on Exile. On this map I'm actually playing as Brute, and I apologize for the late start. My computer was still loading up when we found them, and I was debating whether to record the game or not. Because I've had a bunch of good matches lately, but it's just so boring. It takes so much time for my stupid computer to turn on. So a lot of times I'll just find the match and it'll be too late, or I'll just not want to record the match because I'll be too lazy to do it. Because I have the program hidden and a bunch of shit, and the program takes a long time to come up as well, which is anyway. I'm gonna be double basing, and both of the arbiters spawned in front, and I put my chopper right over on his side just to make sure that Swapmer gets his run through and the other arbiter doesn't, which is really vital. You want to do that. And then also because I was thinking that their arbiter might be going for Mike's Expo, which would be even worse, because you would need the chopper even more, as opposed to just saving one supply pad. And I'm going to be going Temple 5th, and on this map you can go Temple 3rd on the Expo if you want, but it's kind of weird and I'd rather not do it. And I'm going to be going Barracks 5th and just spam the living shit out of Brutes. And they have, I just realized I kind of said it wrong, they have a Prophet instead of a Brute, so they're pretty screwed on this map, since the Brute can just go over to somebody's base and just annihilate it, while Prophet can't really do that much on this map as far as double base is concerned. All you can do is just make Banshees, which isn't as useful as killing an entire base. But I digress. And most of the time on this matchup, because how their base is already damaged a little bit, and their arbiter's in the front, I just tell Swabber to start hitting main, and I'm just gonna go down there and just start unlocking Brutes and just kill it. Since Mythic is already spending a lot of money, he's on 2 pads right now, so he's not going to be able to afford Citadel back quickly, and I might be able just to kill the base before he does get it. I see that Mike's going to clear the reactors, which is what you want to do in this matchup. You don't want to have your hogs try to clear out their reactors unless you're fighting a forge or a cutter. You just want to go for yours, because then he has more hogs on his side, and it's not like you can just Pelican Marines over. Because if you lose the hog war, then that's 400 just wasted, which is another reactor, which is DOS, and a bunch of different stuff that you could use for that. And early game, it's just a waste. Pretty much at this point, it's just spamming Brutes. And another thing about the Brutes, is that you want to have the Brutes as close to whatever you're trying to shoot at as possible when it's just a building. Because if it's too far away, then most of the Brutes miss half the shots, or maybe 20 or 30%, but that's still a good amount. There's no reason why not just move 1 second. And then I see Mike was telling me that I should get Citadel here at this point, but because I almost forgot that they were supposed to be bringing us over to the Expo. And I try to DQ the Brute, but it doesn't go through. I realize that at this point the base is just gonna die. So I just DQ Citadel and try to get Citadel on my main Expo. Try to use the rest of the money to getting another base instead of just making more Brutes. So pumping really isn't that effective at this point, since they have their Prophet, Banshees, and their base is already dead. And this one isn't going to matter if I have one stuff. It's going to matter if I have if I can just recuperate quicker than the other guy, since it's a trade. So I bring my Brute over there. It's not really in the vicinity that much, and none of their leaders are that close to it. Now I'm just gonna walk over to the other base, and right here I probably should have just went for the profit, like used all my plasma grenades. I think that's what they're called. Use all my stickies on them. But he manages to run away in time and starts beaming me down. And on Exile, you usually don't want to build a turret to stop a double base or Gauss for that matter. Since it takes since you have some units and they have so much base damage, it's just a $250 waste of money. Now, and another, if you have some type of unit producing building or temple on your base, and you know your main is about to die, you should probably just sell that and use the money for another base or something like that. And I started seeing that I almost got the profit there, but that kind of sucked that I didn't get him since at this point after that he's just going to be the only thing shooting at my brutes, and I probably could have saved a bunch right here instead of like rape the base. But the game's pretty much already over since we're ahead on bases and we have an arbiter that's still in the game and can still rage their hogs, even though he doesn't have to find. What you really want to have when you're raging, when you're going all rage, you definitely want to have to find, because without it, you just don't get any health from raging hogs, and if you attack one, and then you're just gonna die immediately to Gauss. If he just micros it right, it's so easy. And this one I'm a little worried. We have more hogs in them, but we also have our only base is like a fire base, so that dies really easily, especially to Gauss. And then also Mike, he probably should have just brought half of his hogs there to fight since he had so many to begin with, and the other half over to fight the Prophet's main. Because if he did, then I probably would have kept all of these units that I had, because the Prophet is just gonna try to snipe them all. Mike gets a sneaky expo up in the back, which is really good and what you usually want to do if it's like a base trade on this map, which doesn't really happen that often. It's usually just like someone steamrolls the other and it's GG. It doesn't really happen that much unless it's Fort Dean. Fort Dean is like base trades galore, almost as much as like Repo or something. Alright, there, like I said earlier, you want Defiant, because if he was paying more attention, then he could just press Y, like, immediately, and we'd just die in 1 second. He'd probably lose 3 hogs. I guess he wasn't paying attention, and since the game was already over and he doesn't really have that many bases, he can't do that much. At this point, the game is over, and like, comment, and subscribe if you can. I really need more subscribers. I don't want to lose the cause. So yeah. Bye. Vortex glitch for the win. Every bad. 7 minutes.